For decades, an unseen sound has terrorized a quiet desert town. The small, picturesque town of Taos, New Mexico, nestled beneath the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, is renowned for its vibrant art scene and ancient Pueblo culture. Yet, for some of its residents, this idyllic setting harbors a secret, a relentless, low-frequency hum that has haunted their lives for decades. This isn't a simple annoyance. For those who perceive it, the Taos hum is a persistent, debilitating presence. Imagine a distant diesel engine, or perhaps the vibration of a heavy truck, just beyond the edge of hearing, yet undeniably present day and night. It's a phenomenon that has baffled scientists, frustrated doctors, and divided the community, leaving a trail of questions and very few answers. What exactly is this mysterious sound, and why does it affect only a select few? The Taos hum first gained widespread public attention in the early 1990s, though anecdotal reports suggest its presence dates back much further. Residents began to write letters to local newspapers, describing a low, throbbing sound that seemed to penetrate walls and minds alike. These aren't the ramblings of a few isolated individuals. Over the years, hundreds of people, known as hearers, have reported experiencing the hum, often describing similar symptoms: headaches, nausea, sleep disturbances, and a profound sense of unease. One such hearer, a retired English teacher named Susan, described it as a constant, low-frequency drone that felt like it was vibrating through the very bones of her skull. Her life, like many others, became a desperate search for quiet that never came. The hum isn't static. It fluctuates in intensity and perceived direction. Some hearers report it originating from the north, others from the south. Some claim it's worse at night, others during the day. This inconsistency only adds to the mystery and the frustration. In 1993, the United States Congress, prompted by growing concern and local media attention, allocated funds for a scientific investigation. A team of researchers from the University of New Mexico and other institutions was dispatched to Taos. Their objective was clear: determine the source of the Taos hum. They employed sensitive seismic equipment, magnetometers, and audio recording devices, hoping to capture the elusive sound and pinpoint its origin. The town held its breath, awaiting answers. However, the results were inconclusive. While some low-frequency sounds were occasionally detected, they weren't consistent with the descriptions of the hearers, nor were they strong enough to be the pervasive hum. The scientific instruments, it seemed, were deaf to the sound that plagued residents. This led to various theories, some more plausible than others. One popular explanation posited that the hum was a manifestation of autocaustic emissions, sounds generated spontaneously by the inner ear itself. Essentially, the hearers were creating the sound internally. While autocaustic emissions are a real phenomenon, they typically aren't perceived as a persistent, external drone. This theory, while intriguing, struggled to explain why the Taos hum was seemingly localized to one specific geographic area and affected only a subset of its population. Another theory suggested industrial sources, perhaps distant military experiments at Los Alamos National Laboratory, or even the subtle vibrations from natural gas pipelines. However, extensive investigations failed to link the hum to any identifiable man-made source. The psychological explanation also gained traction: mass psychogenic illness, where a group of people experience similar physical symptoms without a clear physical cause. The power of suggestion, once the hum was discussed, could amplify its perception. However, this explanation often fails to account for the physical symptoms reported: the nausea, the headaches, the sleep deprivation, which feel undeniably real to those afflicted. It also doesn't explain why some people hear it immediately upon arriving in Taos with no prior knowledge. Some even posited more outlandish theories: subterranean seismic activity, electromagnetic radiation, or even secret government mind control experiments. The vacuum of scientific explanation often breeds the wildest conjectures. The Taos hum isn't unique, however. Similar low-frequency hums have been reported in other locations around the world, from Bristol, England, to Kokomo, Indiana. These global occurrences suggest a broader, perhaps unified, underlying phenomenon. In Bristol, for example, a similar hum was attributed to a combination of traffic noise, industrial machinery, and even the natural phenomenon of distant ocean waves. But even these explanations often failed to satisfy all hearers. The difficulty lies in the subjective nature of the experience. The hum falls into a frequency range that many people simply cannot perceive. It's akin to a dog whistle. Some hear it clearly, others hear nothing at all. This creates a deep divide within communities. Those who hear the hum often feel dismissed, even mocked, by those who don't. Their very sanity is questioned, their suffering minimized. It's a lonely and isolating experience. For the heroes of Taos, the search for answers continues. Some have left the town, seeking relief elsewhere. Others have adapted, finding ways to cope with the incessant drone, though it forever alters their relationship with their home. The Taos hum remains one of the world's most enduring and frustrating acoustic mysteries. It serves as a stark reminder of the limits of our perception, the imperfections of our scientific instruments, and the profound impact of the unseen on human lives. Perhaps the answer lies not in a single source, but in a confluence of subtle environmental factors amplified by unique physiological sensitivities. Or perhaps it's something entirely beyond our current comprehension, a whisper from the very earth itself. The Taos hum continues to resonate, a low, persistent question mark hanging over the New Mexico desert. And until it is unequivocally silenced or explained, it will continue to haunt the quiet corners of our understanding. Journey with us next time as we delve into another enigma that defies easy explanation.